I'd be missing something. I would miss doing something on a checklist, or setting up the plane for the next airport or the next communication frequency, whatever it may be. And so one of the things is a tailwind or a headwind, right? When you fly in the pattern, when you're learning how to fly and you fly in a pattern at your home airport, you get really familiar with, okay, I go up to this altitude, and I'm at this many RPM, or I'm at this speed for my base to final, which is the turn to come in and land. And when you get used to that and you go into so many different airports and you have a tailwind, you realize, well, if I'm typically at 1500 knot or 1500 RPM at this particular phase of the pattern, and you have a tailwind, that's going to push you further than what you're used to. Or if you have a headwind, you're going to need more power to get to where you're going, to keep the same altitude and the same distance, so you set yourself up for the right approach to land. And so today, that was another thing that was a great learning opportunity. There wasn't a lot of wind, thank goodness, but there were a few different tailwinds, a few different headwinds, and it definitely messed with my approach. Now, were my landings great? No, no, they were not. Thank God my CFI was not in the plane with me. But any landing you walk away from is a good landing. So it was a good landing. They were not great. Navigating and that I'm confident in for the most part. Talking to air traffic control, talking to the towers, that again is a learning curve. You are on a radio frequency where every pilot, from other private pilots in general aviation that have been flying for years to Southwest, Delta, United pilots that can hear you on this frequency. And in my head, I'm like, oh, these guys are probably thinking, what an idiot. What are you doing? What are you talking? And at the same time, I realized after talking to a few of them that I know who fly commercial or fly for the military. They're like, man, everyone was in the same position you were at some point. So just don't make the same mistake twice. So I'm trying not to, but the debrief of this cross-country solo, I'd give it a solid C+. I'm here. I made it. So, that's probably why I'm going to give it a C+. As far as the navigation, maintaining altitude, maintaining speed, keeping up with the airplane, checking on the engine, making sure performance was there. All those things I did really well. I did well. I wouldn't say I did really well. I did well. Again, there's so many things to do in an aircraft when you're flying. So making sure that you making sure I stay ahead of the airplane and polish up on air traffic control communications. I don't think I did horrible. I don't think I did great, but thank God, again, they were in a good mood today. So